You wake up. You check your phone. The news says oil prices jumped overnight. You don't own a car. You don't trade futures. You think, that doesn't affect me. Then you buy your usual coffee. It's 50 cents more. You order groceries online. Delivery fee is higher. You look at your utility bill. It's up. Nothing in your life changed except everything costs more. And you feel it, that quiet pinch, that slow confusion. This looks like random inflation, but it's actually a domino hiding in plain sight. You are not wrong for feeling blindsided. You are not bad with money because things cost more and you didn't see it coming. Most people don't connect a tanker ship to their morning coffee. That's not ignorance, that's distance. The economy is abstract. A price at the pump is far away. Your bank account is right here, and your brain is trying to protect you by focusing on what's immediate. The behavior of ignoring macroeconomics is not laziness, it's survival efficiency. Your mind filters out things that don't feel urgent, but when everything gets expensive overnight, that filter stops working, and that is when money becomes emotional. Let's walk through why this happens, not as an economics lesson, as a story about how one number rewrites your daily life. Oil is not just fuel. Oil is movement. Every physical thing you touch traveled to get to you. That package, that avocado, that shirt, that chair. Even the digital world runs on diesel trucks and cargo ships and trains. When oil prices rise, moving things costs more. Not a little, a lot. And here is the quiet part. Businesses don't eat that cost. They pass it to you. Not because they're greedy, because they have to. A trucking company that suddenly pays double for diesel cannot survive without raising delivery fees. A farmer running tractors on fuel cannot sell tomatoes at the old price. A bakery receiving flour on a fuel surcharge truck raises bread prices by 10 cents. You see the bread, you don't see the truck. But the brain does something unexpected here. It doesn't trace the line from oil to bread. It searches for someone to blame. The store, the government, the delivery app, yourself for not earning more. That blame is stress, and stress changes how you spend. You start cutting small things. No coffee out, no takeout. You wait longer between grocery trips. You drive less. And none of these feel like choices. They feel like losses. That is the psychology of an oil price hike. It doesn't just raise prices, it raises the emotional cost of normal life. Now, here's the part most people miss. Oil prices don't just affect what you buy, they affect how you feel about money. When fuel goes up, uncertainty goes up. Businesses hesitate to hire, shipping delays increase, raw materials become expensive, so companies raise prices again, preemptively, just in case. That second wave of increases has nothing to do with oil anymore. It has to do with fear. Your fear, their fear. And suddenly, inflation becomes a self-fulfilling story. You expect everything to cost more, so you buy things now before they cost even more. That demand pushes prices up again. The oil spike started it. Human psychology finished it. Think about how this shows up in real life. You fill up your tank. It costs 40% more than last year. That stings visibly. You see the number. You feel the click of the pump stop. But then you walk into a supermarket. Chips are smaller. Packages are lighter. The price is the same or higher. That is not your imagination. That is shrinkflation. And it happens because companies know you notice a price increase more than you notice a size decrease. Your brain is wired to see the price tag first, not the grams, not the ounces. So they keep the number steady and reduce what's inside. You feel cheated, but you can't prove it. That confusion erodes trust. And when trust erodes, spending becomes defensive. You start hoarding cash. You delay repairs. You stop investing. Not because you don't understand long-term growth, because short-term survival feels louder. And in that moment, your financial behavior makes perfect sense. Your brain is not broken. It is responding to real unpredictability. Oil prices are volatile. Geopolitics shakes them. Supply chains snap.
A storm in one region changes prices on your street. You cannot control any of that, so your mind grabs what it can control: your spending, your vigilance, your hesitation. That is not weakness. That is an anchor in a storm. Now, consider how this same behavior changes across life stages. In your 20s, an oil price hike means you drive less or eat more pasta. Annoying, but manageable. In your 30s, with a mortgage and children, the same hike means recalculating the monthly budget, dropping a subscription, postponing a vacation. In your 50s, close to retirement, it means fear, because suddenly your fixed income assumptions wobble. You wonder if you saved enough. You wonder if inflation will outlast your portfolio. The same event, three different emotional weights. The behavior of worrying about oil prices is not irrational. It is perfectly calibrated to your responsibilities. And this is where the emotional regulation reveal lives. Worrying about oil prices, tracking them, adjusting your spending in response, all of this reduces one thing above all else: uncertainty. When you notice that fuel is up and you proactively buy staples earlier, you create predictability. When you delay a large purchase because shipping fees are volatile, you protect against regret. When you simply name what is happening: oil up, transport up, food up, prices not personal, you build a shield. The behavior of staying alert is not anxiety. It is your mind's way of building a safety net without cash. It is autopilot for unpredictable environments. You are not panicking. You are pre-adjusting. Most people think the goal is to stop reacting to oil prices, to be calm and untouched. But that is not how a human lives. You will react. You should react. The goal is not to remove the reaction. The goal is to stop shaming yourself for having it. You see a price jump, you feel tightness in your chest, you recalculate. That is not failure. That is financial self-defense written into your nervous system. Your ancestors who ignored scarcity signals did not survive. You are wired to notice when resources become harder to get. That wiring kept you alive. It is not broken. It is working exactly as designed. So here's the calm truth. Oil prices will rise again, and everything will get expensive overnight. You will feel it. You will adjust. You will feel tired of adjusting, and that is okay. That is not a sign that you are bad with money. That is a sign that you are paying attention to the world you actually live in, not the smooth, stable, predictable one from textbooks, the real one, where a tanker on the other side of the ocean changes the price of your dinner, and you noticed. That is not helplessness. That is awareness. And awareness without shame is the most grounded relationship with money there is.